signs you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Okay, today is April 4th, 2022. It is 2:08 a.m. All right, 1,768 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. I've been a little bit MIA in the comment section, so maybe sometime this week I'll hop on and respond to some of your questions and continue the conversation. I've been kind of down lately, but I think I'm back. I think I'm really back. I recorded some stuff yesterday. I didn't edit any of them. So after I finish record this, I'll probably start editing. My kids are gonna have spring break soon. So I told my husband to take some days off so we could take the kids somewhere. And he's not gonna take a whole week off. Maybe either a Monday or Friday or Thursday, 2 days off so we could have a little longer weekend, a small getaway. I need the kids to get out. All right, so revenue estimate $330.81. Again, for those who's new, you could skip. All right, this is just for record purposes. And now I'm gonna start showing this as well. $330.81. Come on. All right, I think, what is that the same thing I just said here? Yeah, so these two match. All right, so let's go on Twitter. Couple stuff to share with you. Copy this. Okay, a lot of things going on. Okay, so yesterday I record some stuff, and the squad were saying something about the York sisters, and I have not come across any statement that they put out. But later on in the day, let's say in the night, I already record what I did in the morning. So I came across this last night. So I put it on the list to share with you. All right. Princess Beatrice and Eugenie are part of a huge fraud case involving their dad. All right, let's go into that. I didn't read this. I will actually put this in the not in the comment, and the description for you guys to check yourself if I don't finish reading, because usually I start reading and then I don't want the video to be too long. I stop and yeah. So you guys just check the description for the link. All right, let's see here. Princess Beatrice and Eugenie are part of a huge fraud case involving their dad. So this came out yesterday. Today is the 4th. Okay. Prince Andrew is a degenerate who has best buds with 2 human traffickers, and he has been credibly accused of rape. But did you know that Andrew's finances have been a effing mess for decades? Andrew and his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, are 2 of the biggest scammers ever. They've scammed millions of businesses, friends, and associates. They both get okay, this is very small to me, but when I'm editing, I will enlarge it, so I'm really trying to see it. Let's see here. They've scammed millions off of businesses, friends, and associates. They both get mysterious quote loans and quote which they never pay back. No one knows how Andrew paid for the Swiss chalet he ended up selling to pay off Virginia Giuffre, nor do we know how much money Queen Elizabeth has given him over the years to hush up his victims and pay for his legal fees. So all of that was a huge question mark. Although the financial fraud has been largely ignored by the British media, did you also know that his daughter Beatrice and Eugenie are involved in his messy finances? It's true. Wow, it's true. From the Telegraph exclusive. I feel really bad for them. I really do. What is it? I'm surprised they even mentioning this, because when you look at I did a small research when I was looking into Ford Fiesta not standing by Meghan when she was pregnant. I was new into covering the Sussexes, so I didn't come out saying like I know everything. So when I read some tweets, someone mentioned something that looked very suspicious to me, I go and look to search what happened. So one of the things that I saw when Meghan left was someone mentioned in the comment section and within one of the tweets that Ford Fiesta had a miscarriage. So that bothered my mind to find out how come someone who went through that was way before Meghan came out and said she was she had a miscarriage. This was not even close of being happened. I think Archie had just born or something like that. So I went to find out, was that true? Did she had a miscarriage for someone as a woman who went through such a pain to allow Meghan to go through all of this without standing up by her to defend her? And while I was looking, I found out about the husband who had a business as well, which called Ardent Production. And then I went to look deeper. And then while I was looking about Ardent Production, I found out how much money people have contributed when it first started and opened. And then I found out, and he was claiming losses for almost 7 years. And I was like, wait a second, why will a business stay that long and keep claiming losses? So it's not just Andrew, it's all of them. And then several months later, I came across a video from Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow came and was talking about Trump and how Trump business model is sort of a blueprint when he need around tax. You know, when it comes to paying tax, he's sort of claiming loss, and then when he needs money, he claim like, you know, his stuff. You know, there's a term for it, like his property is worth a lot and back and forth, right? So it brings to mind of what happened to Ardent Production. When it comes to paying tax, he claimed he made losses. So this is their model. So I'm surprised they don't even check on all of that. I myself, who's not really into financial things, of how his business model was going. But anyway, the whole reason I went through all of that was to find out if it was true the Ford Fiesta had a miscarriage, and it was true. And then through that, I was able to find all of this. So the whole institution have been scamming the pretty much the British, the Brits, and they so blind to see it. They just told them a freaking shiny object or the cancer of our society, which is race, and then they forget about their problem. So yeah, that's the nonsense that they're going through. What was it? I think majority of the royals, what is it? I saw the Spanish king. Okay, I think he took the blame for the rest of the family. There was some stuff that was going on. They were looking for him. It had to do with financial, because many of these people are living to they have a facade that they have. They're not even living their own life. They're putting a facade of what people perceive of them. So in order to maintain that lifestyle, they have to do all of this crazy stuff. And I really feel sorry for the two for the sisters, because they are the two weakest link. They probably give so much trust on the parents. Now after the Virginia Giuffre's case, okay, they're shifting blame onto them. Okay, they're shifting the blames on them. I really hope their husbands stick by them. Okay, and do not, the main thing is to not get the lawyers from the palace, because the lawyers of the palace will dig them into deeper shit. Okay, they're not gonna stand for them. They're gonna clear Andrew. And I mean, I'm not even over there. Okay, I already know it's false. They're just shifting blame on them. All right, so there's more. Like I said, there's more. Okay, this is the thing that I saw yesterday on how do you call this, on my timeline, but I didn't see this link here. So let's read the next paragraph and see what's going on. Princess Beatrice and Eugenie have been dragged into a multi-million-pound fraud case that has embroiled their father. Amid a claim that also received money, the Telegraph can reveal that a £750,000 payment transfer into the Duke of York's account on the order of an alleged Turkish fraudster was described to bankers as a wedding gift for his eldest daughter, Princess Beatrice. Okay, so if it's a gift, how will that be her fault? So what sort of agreement the father had to receive that gift for the daughter? So I don't know. From this point on, this specific part here, I don't think it's her fault. All right, I'm trying to be like clear-minded, because none of them mean anything to me. It's not like I'm trying to protect anybody. But all right, let's see here. Where was I? The Telegraph revealed that a £750,000 payment transfer into the Duke of York's account on the order of an alleged Turkish fraudster was described to bankers as a wedding gift for his eldest daughter, Princess Beatrice. Princess Eugenie was also paid £25,000 on the order of Salman Turk, a former Goldman Sachs banker accused of stealing £40 million from Nebahat. Was it Eva Isbellen? Okay, I probably pronounced this wrong, and I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Okay, a 77-year-old Turkish millionaires, the York family, have all been named in a high court battle by Mr. Isbellen to retrieve her missing millions from Mr. Turk. Okay, so their name is mentioned here, but they're accusing them of receiving a gift on behalf of the kids. So what do the daughters have to do with that? So it could be just a agreement between the parents. All right, so I don't see how. Okay, let me just read a little bit more. And proceedings revealed by the Telegraph, the Duke is alleged to have received a total of £1.1 million from Mrs. Isbellen's fund, while his ex-wife, Sarah, Duchess of York, has received £225,000. Neither Princess Beatrice nor Princess Eugenie are believed to have had any knowledge of their parents' dealing with Mr. Turk, nor knowingly corresponded with him in any way. See, like I was saying, I don't see how they will know. They just mentioned them, this is a gift to the daughters and this and that. So, I don't know. Like I said, they better pick a lawyer that has no connection with the palace. Because other than that, they'll drag them deeper to clear the peddle. It's sad. It's really sad. The Duchess is understood to be distraught at the thought of her daughters being unwittingly dragged into the case, particularly as a result of their parents' action. Like I said, I didn't even read this. This is what I thought. Okay, however, the Telegraph understands that she does not plan to hand back the money. Okay, she received because she believed it was paid to her legitimately, and that a company she was acting for as a brand ambassador is responsible for any debt. Okay, she has to stand her truth. Okay, let's see here. In a statement on Friday evening, Princess Eugenie said, quote, "On 31st March 2022, I received a letter from a solicitor, Peter, and Peter's representing their client Nabahat Evrat Isbalan and her claim against Mr. Salman Turk and various companies. I know neither Mrs. Isbalan nor Mr. Turk nor any other detail of their claim, and I was surprised to receive this letter, which asked me to explain two payments made to my bank account in October 2019, which I understood to be gifts from a long-standing family friend to assist with the cost of a surprise party for my mother, Sarah, Duchess of York's 60th birthday." My goodness, the parents are dragging their kids into that. This is almost the same thing that Charles did to Harry. But Harry was aware enough to say, when they were asking him to come and visit whatever, that millionaire from Middle East, to come and entertain them, and Harry was like, no, that was not part of the dealing. I'm not gonna show up because this is about Santa Bali. It's not about me. So I'm not gonna come and dance for you, this kind of thing. I mean, he didn't say it like that, I'm paraphrasing. So it's almost the same thing. My goodness, quote, "In early October 2019, I had received a call from our family friend saying that he wanted to make a financial contribution toward my mother's birthday party to assist with the catering costs. I suggested that any contribution could be made directly to the caterers, but in the event provided my account detail to which two payments were made, totally £25,000. Okay, which I then transfer on to the company organizing my mother's party." Okay, so as long as she could show all of this, she has nothing to worry about. Okay, I am now consulting with my lawyer, who have asked to respond to Peter and Peters on my behalf to assist in their inquiries. All right, so I'm gonna leave the rest. There's one paragraph left. If you guys want to check it out, go check it out. Like I said, I don't think they have anything to do with this. It's the parents who's dragging them into that thing. It's the parents. My goodness, it's very sad. This is how these people deal. They don't care about their kids or anything like that. And I truly hope their husbands, come on, I'm trying to get the title so I could put it for you guys to check it out. All right, so it's the parents who's doing their shady businesses and dragging the kids into that. All right, so now I'm back on Twitter. Let's read some of the comments. All right, at least Princess Eugenie has her truth. I don't know what Beatrice has to say, but my goodness, they need to distance themselves. Okay, I'm going out on a limb here. Same thing, Charles. Okay, I did this 11 hours ago. Okay, at that time I didn't read the article for me to share with you. All right, I didn't read the article because I wanted to wait until I'm recording to have my thought, the initial thought, to share with you. So I was right. Okay, I'm going out on a limb here. Same thing Charles tried to do to Harry, cash for honor, same thing here. Unfortunately for these two women, they didn't have the foresight as Harry to call out BS. I know Queen Elizabeth II kids don't mind throwing their kids under the bus. I will reserve my judgment. Okay, there's word here. After that 12 million pound to Virginia, people are upset. Where did they get that money? To lighten their load and unethical shitty dealings, Harry and Meghan are not there to take the blame. The next weakest link are the York sisters. They trusted their parents. Big mistake. I will leave this to God. Baggage for God. All right. I think someone responded and okay. But now that they know, and this is me just before I started recording, this is what I put. All right. They need to defend themselves and show who was in control of said allegation, who was controlling the money. Both parents don't have good record when it comes to money. If they are smart, they should not use palace lawyer, use Charles tactic use on Harry as a possible scenario use on them. All right. As me, I'm like, I don't know. That's what I would do. Okay, their parents has bought their daughters nothing but one scandal after another. I feel sorry for those two girls. Okay, their parents have always been an embarrassment for Beatrice and Eugenie. There appears no end to parental bad behavior. Yeah, all this ended up is the Queen's fault. I have to blame this on the Queen because she never disciplined her kids when they do something wrong. Now they don't have any more excuses. Okay, Harry and Meghan are not there, and thank God for this. Okay, thank God for that. And then the next weakest people to be blamed on that is them. It's them. I have a feeling Eugenie coming to being seen with Harry. Maybe he wanted. Eugenie came to ask Harry for help. What can he do? I mean, what can she do to defend herself? Maybe Harry was giving her pointers. What you need to do. And from the outside, my first thing is to not use any lawyers that the palace is providing. Do not use, because the Queen will give them some BS lawyers to protect Andrew. Okay, this is the Queen's number one thing. Her kids. Okay, all her shitty thing her kids have been doing, she allowed it to happen, and then till she dies, she's gonna protect all of her kids. I wish Charles was like that, to learn to protect his kids. That's one thing I have to give the Queen credit for. She protect her kids, but the way she protect them is it's very sad because she never punished them in some shape or form. All right, let me read some more and then move on to the next. So they want to involve these girls and their dad's stupidity. People should just leave them alone, period. Okay, so other people are seeing this as well. Oh dear. Okay, I do not know or trust Eugenie, but she must run fast to live in Montecito. If she stay near her parents, nothing good going to happen. The both of them, okay, I guess the both of them are unmoral. I don't know. They could move, but they don't have to move with Harry. But yeah, the whole thing with me, with anybody from Harry's side of his family, I really don't trust them, because the only thing that they are known for is using tactic, using other people, other family members to throw the others under the bus. I truly believe the main problem the British royal family have is financing. They do not know how to finance. If you look back in some of my old videos, I said from the beginning, the whole anti-Semitism that started, I found out how anti-Semitism started. It's through them, because they were in financial problem. From years, centuries, decades, you go way back, they always have money problem. And then to avoid paying people, they love to shift the blame to other people. Now I guess the window or closing in on them. They don't have any more excuses to blame people for not paying back their loan. So now it's getting closer to family members. Okay, so they started this for decades, centuries. Okay, from centuries, not decades, from centuries. Okay, their whole existence, anti-Semitism, started with that. They were borrowing money from Jews. Jews are very good in financing, and then when it's time to pay the Jews back, they start doing the bad mouthing. Okay, anti-Semitism. They kicked the Jews out of their homeland, wherever they were around British territory, throw them out to avoid paying them back. Okay, so this, they still haven't learned yet. They have not learned. Okay, let me move on to the next tweet. So the squad are on the same page. We all see the scenario that is being played here. And also another thing that I realized is that the reason that Harry was seen with Eugenie, in my humble opinion, I think, is for Harry to have the squad get on Eugenie's back, like to back up Eugenie. That's what I think. All right, so Harry was being seen with Eugenie to say that Harry approves, or Harry trusts Eugenie, or Harry did not don't blame Eugenie for the father. So they knew this was gonna come out sooner or later. So to have a, I would say, good, positive, honesty opinion of Eugenie is to be seen with him. That way the squad could be to back up Eugenie. That's what I'm getting from being seen for Harry going out during the Super Bowl with Eugenie, in my humble opinion. Okay, so this is what I get from that. But guess what, Harry? I'm sorry to tell you that if I know what's going on, okay, no matter if you're good friend with somebody, if I see BS, I'm gonna call it. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just letting you know. All right, at some point they need to take responsibility. All this, okay, we need to thank Virginia for this, because they keep on shifting blame after blame after blame, and then Virginia was the only one who stood her ground, okay, who said, you abuse me, you avoid talking to me, instead of talking to me, you smearing my name. Okay, well, I'm talking in terms of paraphrasing what Virginia would say. All right, smearing her name, and she had no other option but to do this. And the problem that they have, actually, the royal family have, is because they never take responsibility for their action. Instead of taking responsibility for their action, they're paying people off to shut their mouth. Okay, and after they get off one hurdle, you will think they will stop. They will not do it again. You will think they will stop. But instead, what they do, they go back to the same thing. So therefore, the money tree keeps on coming, and then they never have a chance to save up, because they keep on paying people off to shut their mouth. So this is the problem that they have. All right, so this is the next tweet. Okay, I was just thinking about the cash for honor scandal today. Parents should protect their children. Instead, some people try to wrap their children up in their shady business. Quote, Prince Harry throws Charles under the bus, leaving relationship fraught. Yep, this is the thing that they try to do to Harry. All right, Prince Harry throws Charles under the bus, leaving relationship fraught. Okay, Charles and Harry haven't spoken in months as their relationship reportedly hits an all-time low. Harry is a very smart man, and we have to thank God. I don't know, for maybe Princess Diana, the universe had something to help Harry to see the nonsense that the father was doing. And this is the thing here, where I think Princess Diana is really looking out for her baby boy. His mind, his conscience is so pure and clean. He was able to see the thing that Meghan, the kind of person Meghan was. He didn't take the bait of racism the family have been teaching him. He saw the human being that Meghan is. Okay, and then these people, can you imagine this? This is why they didn't want Meghan to be in his life, because he was the scapegoat. He was the scapegoat for them. And I feel bad for the York sisters, because they are the next weakest link. It's very sad. And I'm not gonna read this, but let's see here. Okay, thank goodness Harry is surrounded by a great team. They protected him, unlike his father. Quote, Harry is said to have become concerned about Mr. Mabuse in 2014. That's the one that I was talking about. And wound down their relationship the following year, having met him twice. This anonymous source is right for once. Quote, this attack was more damaging than the swipe at Charles' parenting skills, because this was a challenge to the way he conducts his business, which is far more damaging to the future king. Alright, so I'll click on it just to get the link. You guys could go and check it because I know about this story already. Okay, and this is why I was saying as it Charles is the same tactic Charles used. All right, I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to check. All right, let's see here. Okay, I read this. They are mad because Harry is clean, unlike the rest of the family. Okay, it's interesting, just my opinion, but after everything Harry went through, he has emerged as the best person in that family, probably since they didn't protect him and allow his mistakes to be publicly used against him. My family did the same. Oh my God, same to me. So I really relate to him. Oh my goodness, I feel sorry for the people who go through all that. Okay, I don't think the monarchy will survive for long after Queen Betty steps down or leaving this earth. Okay, I don't think Charles or William have the personality to inspire devotion. Okay, it's 2022. The British monarchy should be regarded just like other European monarchies, in my opinion. Despite the devotion some people have, it's past time for Queen Elizabeth to be removed as head of state. If people don't speak out, Commonwealth will lead despite not being popular. Okay, not that anyone reporting really knows, but if relationship is really at all-time low, that's a good thing. That's for sure. Quote, Prince Harry throws Prince Charles under the bus, end quote. Translation, Prince Harry refuses to let Prince Charles blame him for his screw-ups. That's for sure. Okay, the way they act like it is Harry and Meghan's job to save this dumpster on fire color firm. The pretend heroes are the Lambridges, but the real heroes are Harry and Meghan. Alright, and I have to throw Virginia in this. I mean, not that she's in part of all this mess, but for her to stand her ground and say, you abused me and then you need to speak up, you know, the mental aspect she probably was dealing with, and she stood her ground, and this is what pisses people off. Where did you get those money to pay her? And the mess that the firm is going through, it's not Virginia's fault. Okay, she took care of her business, and however they got the money to give her, it's none of her problem. It's none of her problem. If they did not want to pay that, guess what they could have done? Go to court and then prove yourself. That's all they had to do. Just go and prove yourself. But instead, you know, you decided it's better to give her the money. Okay, the same tactic they've been using for centuries. Give money to shut people off. So now it's coming to bite them. Okay, all they had to do was not attack Harry and Meghan. Is that asking too much? Sorry. When will they accept reality and stop pretending? Jealousy is the worst thing. Yeah, I mean, there's much more to that. Not just jealousy. All right, they doing their unethical things and then they keep at it. Go back to some of my old videos. I've been saying this. I saw the pattern. It's not like I have a freaking ball in front of me. They have the same pattern of behavior and then they keep on covering it up. Okay, so now the palace, it's pretty much those people they bring in to help them who see their behavior, and then they're setting up for failure. All right, they're letting the cat out of the bag. Okay, 100% this. It's much more than that. I agree with her. It's not like I disagree with her. It's much more than that. And then they're not living within their mean. They are pretending to be something that they are not. The only thing that they are royals because due to bloodline. Okay, this is the only truth that they have. But other than that, they're not. They're not living within their means. They have to show people, I am royal, so therefore I must do this. I must show this is the way we should do things. And this is what, the minute Meghan went over there, she saw the BS. And then the worst thing is that Meghan was willing to stay and help them. But they living beyond their capability. They had to trash her. She said, this type of person, don't stay in my circle, this kind of thing. I mean, they didn't say it like this, but we know what they did to Meghan, where she had to leave, and it's the best thing. What is it? Didn't they try to do the same thing with Meghan? And what? There was something else. I forgot. It's not the copyright thing. There was something else with financial that they tried to drag Meghan into it. I mean, this is the thing. They have their people. Oh, I think. Let me finish that thought. They have their people to cook up the books. Okay, they didn't want Meghan to look at the books, But Meghan was like, if my name is gonna be on it, I have to look at the books. So they weren't able to get Meghan on that. So they're giving that trust. You could trust us. You could do this, and then they were screwing her up. And in one video, I remember saying, because every year, from my understanding, they're supposed to show the public how they spend their money, right? I remember in one video, I said they're always late in doing that. Okay, and one of the reasons that I said and why they late and showing the books to the government, whichever, all right, they were moving numbers around. This is the thing that I said. Okay, I said they're probably just moving money around, numbers around to see where things could go because they were cooking up the book. And I think I'm right again for their delay and showing the taxpayers how they spend the money. My goodness. Okay, Harry forgot that the point of being a spare is to provide a lightning rod and protect the heirs. They wanted him to just take it his whole life. Okay, ridiculous. If you prick them, do they not bleed? Unknown. Okay, that's all I can say. Okay, this article said, quote, Charles was more hurt as Harry swiped. Oh my God, end quote. As his father, it was not a swipe at Charles. Harry was telling the truth, and telling the truth now means having a swipe. Charles kept getting caught in bribe scandals, and it's not Harry's fault that Charles is corrupt. Yeah, and Charles knows he's doing some shady things. And then he sent that guy, Mahmoud, to do unethical stuff, and Harry saw it. And thank God that Mahmoud asked him to come and come and dance for him. That's not what he said. It's like to come fly over and meet his family. I guess to show that he knows Prince Harry. You know, those people love to show off. So Harry was like, I'm not about that. Okay, I'm about Santa Bali. Santa Bali is about the children. So why am I gonna come over there to do some stupid things for you? This is the thing that Harry saw. All right, Harry's principle was true. His core values were there. It's like, it's not about me. I was happy that you were giving the money to my charity, but the thing is not about me. Okay, I could see Harry is willing to live off, like in a corner, because I don't think he see that charade, that opulent kind of lifestyle is even worth it. He's willing to humble himself to help others who is less fortunate than him. So these people who's living in a fantasy world, okay, to show off to other people, they have. Harry was like, no, it's not about me. It's about the children, the Santa Bali. Okay, he promised those kids, and those kids have shown him the respect and understanding and all of that. So he remained to that. Okay, he preferred the respect that those kids have given him to do the things that he's doing. He have said it. It's not like I'm getting this out of the blue. He said it at the Obama Foundation thing when the Melody Hobson was interviewing him.
Always embrace this role and responsibility?
No, I don't think I understood it. I think what happened to my mum probably put me a step back, thinking, well, how could someone who did so much for the world and did so much for everybody else could be treated like that by a certain institution? So it takes a bit of getting used to, but as I said, it's once you understand the privileged position that you're in, you've then got to spend the rest of your life earning that privilege and giving back, and also gaining the trust and respect of the general public, and then using that position for good.
Leaders in the military. But I want to ask you, you traveled the whole world in both your role, in your royal role. As you were going around the world, how did you get more focused on things that you cared about? I mean, we see a lot of pictures of you with children. You spent a year in Lesotho, yep. Right? And bring that to life for us.
I get all of my passion, inspiration, and energy from young people, and that is from the ages of 6 or 7 in the Caribbean, when you get a 6-year-old turning around to you and telling you exactly how much damage your country and the developed world is causing them, all the way to 28, 30-year-olds who, at some point in their life, have already a better understanding of duty and service than I ever did at that age, because it's all about giving back. So yeah, I think that, look, I think lots of people say that, oh, your job of traveling the world is wonderful. Of course it's wonderful. But when we get sent to some countries, we don't always get to see the beautiful parts. We're always there trying to deal with some of the issues, but also doing everything we can to bring people together, to make change, to make positive change. And it's an absolute joy and a privilege to meet the younger generation of change makers across the world who genuinely believe in the fact that they, as a single person and as a group and as a community and as a nation, not only can change their country, but can change the world as well. And that is what keeps me going on a day-to-day basis.
So when a 6-year-old says to you that your country is ruining theirs, what do you do or say?
Agree with them slightly. Look.
Okay, he wanted to get the respect from the kids. This is more valuable to Harry. So for him to get the respect that those kids are giving him is to do those things that he's doing, that he enjoyed doing. This is his form of payment. So, but those other people with the cash, they living a fantasy world that to show off of Harry, that they know Harry. He's the prince that I'm friend with and all that. Harry was like, sorry, man, I'm not about that. I'm not about that. Okay, you're willing to give the money, thank you, but I'm not gonna dance for you or for you to show me off to your friends and all of that. Okay, I'm just paraphrasing. This is the way that I see it. All right, Harry is about the charity. He is his true core values. Okay, let's read some more here. It was the Sunday Times that forced Harry to issue his statement because they tried to implicate him and Charles' dealings. Yet none of these, Harry throws Charles under the bus. Article mentioned that. Yeah, that's true. That is true. British media and British royal family were used to having Harry as the scapegoat, that they decided to give it one last try, hoping he will say nothing. The response and the speed at which it came shocked British media and British royal family, serving notice, that Harry was not willing to be used as a shield ever again. And the thing is that this is why they're not giving him that security that he's asking. This is why also. Because they wanted him to take the punches. They were using him as a punching bag. Harry was like, I'm sorry. Look, I have a family now. I have my kids to look up to me. Okay? I can't be a punching bag anymore. It's true. I'm telling you, the squad are on the same page. Hopefully, it was moving when he threw him. Harry clean, no money for access. Okay, Charles has always used his son as a spawn in the press, leaking the press stories about the boys so they will write positive stories about him and his side hustle mistress. Okay, it's called family business. Okay, luckily Harry and Meghan are out of it. Definitely. Okay, Charles got himself in a pay-to-play situation, not Harry. Prince Tampon only has himself to blame. That is true. Okay, you could go back. What is it? I won't be surprised if William is part of that as well, because I came across by an article by accident. Ever since I saved that link and put it in the description. Sometime I have it, depending on how many links. If I didn't mention it in the video, I delete it. But majority of the time, it's part of the upload. I came across that article by accident. I forgot what I was looking for, but I stumbled upon it. And I was reading it, and it was looking, as I was reading it, it bored me to death. But for some reason, as I get closer, they were mentioning a whole bunch of names. Some of the names were Charles taking William. I think William was in his early 20s or late teens, early 20s. Charles taking William to parties, and those parties are what do you call them? Or those reporters, those the Piers Morgan, those CEOs of those newspapers. And I was like, what the hell are they going to that? And then I put one and one together. Is the fact that, that's that show off. You write positive stories about me, I show up to your thing. I'll dance with you. There's a video of the mistress now, who's the wife, who's gonna be future queen consort, dancing with one of those British tabloid, the Royal Rats. Okay, these are the things that they were doing, but to have positive coverage, but yet they never learned their lesson. They keep doing the same shady stuff. And then those royal rats keep on fighting out, And then you have the people who work at the palace who's, leaking stories to, they're gonna be displaced, the mistress is gonna be there, you could find out that they're gonna be there, all these things. The whole thing is a freaking mess. The whole palace is a freaking mess. Everybody's, using each other. Even the people who work there are using the royal family for extra cash. I don't understand this institution. My God. And then you have the Charles and William. Charles teaching William, this is the way you get positive coverage. For years, since Harry was a teen, it's like, no, I want my privacy. You're not coming in my private life. There have to be a line. He's been fighting this for the longest.
Unfortunately, every single story was complete lies, which which it always is, basically, which is a shame. But
you ever wanted to do a column in the newspaper? But
I'd love to do a column in the newspaper. Article, right, this is what happened last night. No, this is what happened.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have
Selfies.
A private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. We are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and I hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes.
And this is the problem that the rest of the royals are having, because this is the way they play, and this is why Harry is clean slate, because he never wanted to play that game. Alright, let's read some more and move up. Okay, that reminds me, the digital banker who won the People's Prize at the Prince's version of Dragon's Den, and the £750,000 wedding gift Beatrice received a few days later. Really? Okay, I don't know anything about that. Okay, very interesting. Thanks. There's this. Okay, you've brought great shame on this family. Yep, he stand his ground. He stand his ground. Yeah, I remember this. I saved that. Yeah, that's supposed to be Andrew, and that's the Queen there. Yep. Okay, let's see here. Charles, alternative prince, unauthorized biography. Okay, I don't want to read that. Okay, and it blew up in his face. Subsequent email shows that Charles is more. Okay, who's Charles? Okay, is more than happy to cozy up to funky people, whilst Harry is not. Yeah, that's the thing that I'm saying. Careful digging graves for others. You are likely to end up in it first. Okay, witnesses karma. Okay, it's a royal family tradition to get shady money from a wealthy peasant. Prince Harry wasn't interested in that type of business model. Yep, that is true. That is true. All right. Oh my goodness, I'm 40 something minutes. I'm probably gonna have 2 videos. I'm only on my 3rd tweet. Okay, I'll never forget that after months of not letting Meghan Markle leave the palace out of fear, she was, quote, overexposed, and quote, they lost their ever loving minds over a privately paid for a baby shower. Okay, I think the UK has control issue. Yeah, when Meghan went to New York to do the baby shower and all of that, they want to control, and then that control is to benefit them. Okay, if you're gonna do this, we're gonna do it this way, and then in some unforeseen future, all right, you find out how they blame her for certain things. That's the way these people play. Okay, privately paid on other side of the ocean, they hated the idea she had friends who will do that for her. Went against the story they were trying to sell about her. Yep. Okay, non-shoddy friend with lots of money who gladly organize and pay for it, as opposed to her grifting money from unknown random to pay for it, as appeared to custom and that family. Yep, that's the whole thing. Yep, Okay, can you believe those degenerate loving grifters leaked to the media that it was somehow wrong of her to have a baby shower paid for by her friend? The more I learn about the British royal family scam, the more I'm sickening by their treatment of Meghan. I mean, when I start looking into this, I knew they were shady. I knew they were shady. I was minding my own business. They should have left Meghan alone. They should have left Meghan alone. Tina and Michelle have been saying that ever since I started to listen to Tina and Michelle podcast. They've been saying that. Leave Meghan alone. This is to all of that. We're finding out more nonsense. Okay, I thought all baby showers are paid for by their friends. What was it? There was something. Was it the wedding? Harry and Meghan, that Charles wanted his people to organize it. And it's Harry who was it? The one who took the blame for something, for the cash for honor? I forgot his name. Alright, I think it was that person who has a catering business, I think it is. And when Charles was saying for him to organize it, Harry was like, nope, you're not going to organize it. Because he knows how he was going to try to smuggle, what's the term here? Smuggle money that Harry will not be aware of. Harry was like, nope, yep, you're not going to take care of that. And this is why Harry started a pretty much clean slate with Meghan. And this is why Harry was telling Meghan, don't speak to the media. And I have to give Meghan credit for listening to Harry to not do that, because Meghan had good relationship with Canadian media and the US media. All right, those paparazzis and stuff like that. She had good relationship with them. But once she went over there, it's a completely different story. Okay, I thought, oh, okay, I read this. But the British media was claiming that Meghan had thrown the shower for herself and paid for it. That's not how it works. Showers are hosted by friends and family as a gift. Okay, they wanted the narrative of her not having friends and needed savior KKK to help her navigate pregnancy and motherhood. Okay, all of these, they have a baggage to carry, and I'm leaving it for God to give it to them. Exactly. Plus, they wanted to portray her as yet again some kind of other, as an extravagant Hollywood Marie Antoinette, quote, let them eat cake, end quote, character, which is the exact opposite of who Meghan Markle has proven herself to be over her entire life. Okay, bango. Remember when Gayle and other USA media revealed actual facts about who paid and organized for the baby shower and what was done with the flowers afterward? They went crazy because they saw that they couldn't that narrative anymore. Then she was locked up again. Okay, exactly. And my goodness, I didn't know anything about the flower thing. That's news to me right there. Right, don't forget the laugh we had and the voter getting a taste of Sussex squad. Remember, again, I was late in that. Okay, one guest made up conversation. Okay, let me go back in time. I was in that game. Let's see here. Okay, around 2019, I think I was starting to listen to other Squaddies podcasts, mostly Hugo's channel, and occasionally when V has her podcast come out, I'll listen to her. And I don't think around that time I was aware of Tina and Michelle podcast. All right, and then it's through I think V I was aware of Tina and Michelle's podcast. All right, so let's go back in time. Let's see here. Yes, baby shower gate, where Meghan's spokesman told me that the baby shower was the Tuesday afternoon. So due to UK-US time difference, I wrote for the paper it had happened, as that was what I was told. They later apologized to me when it was actually the Wednesday afternoon. That remind me, as I'm reading that, it's when Princess Diana was saying that Charles slept with, with his mistress before the wedding, and then the person was like, no, he didn't sleep with him, certain time. He only, suck this at a different time of the day. I was like, oh my God, these people, I don't know. That just remind me of this. I don't know. Some of you might know. I didn't explain it completely clear, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know. Okay, so either he got it wrong or Meghan had told him wrong. I'm not going to disbelieve her official spokesman, Priyanka. Someone from her camp put it out that she visited. Who knows why? If we were wrong and Harry didn't go, British press will have said by now. Okay, There's no way any of this will come out from Harry, okay? And you have his wife carrying his baby to go over there. You think Harry's gonna say something? Hell no. Okay, so either he got it wrong or Meghan had told him wrong. I'm not going to disbelieve her official spokesman. Am I Priyanka, someone and from her camp? Okay, I just read that. Who knows? If we were wrong, Harry didn't go. BP will have said now. Will have said by now. It's called responsible journalism. Oh God. Were you so hell bent on getting a scoop you didn't pay attention to dates or time or fact checked? This is a good one. You've been at this how many years now? Stop gaslighting and admit you have a massive hard on to try and bring these people down. Okay, said the squad coming to the defense. This is a good one. The spokesman told you about the baby shower. That's the laugh. But you decided to invent stories from yourself. You said that Priyanka Chopra helped her celebrate while Priyanka wasn't there. Oh my God. Oh my God, these people are crazy. These people are crazy. Let's see here. Let's give it a like. Okay, let's see. Yep. Not to mention the deranged woman who followed her and shouted, charlatan princess. Shit blew my mind. Yeah, I covered this. Okay, I was aware of this when I did the video during the baby shower when Meghan was leaving. There was a woman who literally flew from the UK to go over there and to find out if she was really pregnant. Can you freaking, this blows my mind. Okay, wouldn't be surprised if that lady followed her from the UK. She didn't sound like she had an American accent. That was the talk that I was reading in that particular tweet. Okay, and leaked the location of the baby shower so that photographers and shit will be on her the moment she stepped out of that car. Okay, although let's see, we got a laugh with that one because Roy Vodavat leaked detail of the baby shower and it hadn't even happened. She even made up conversation. That's the thing I think I just read. Okay, I wonder if they really thought she was oversaturated or was that an attempt to isolate her. I imagine Jason told her those things, but it was also the time the affair rumor were hot, so leak to hide that affair. I'm telling you, the squad are on top of that. Okay, she was barely out of that point. There were just endless articles about her. I think they wanted to isolate her. My goodness. And this is the same thing they did to Princess Diana. This is the same thing to Princess Diana. And this is why in one video Princess Diana was when they were speech coach who came to the palace to help her with her speech, and one of the things that he asked her, why do you want to do this or something like that, Princess Diana was like, because I have nothing to do.
Very quiet. Very quiet.
When this tape was recorded, Prince William was 11 and Prince Harry was 9.
Don't touch it, William, because it's all focused on me.
Your Royal Highness, you're currently concentrating very much on your charity work. Would you like to tell us why you feel it's so important to you?
I got nothing else to do.
She's recording.
Sorry.
Alright, so she creates something. This is how intelligent and bright Princess Diana was. They try to put her in a corner, so she creates something and try to be better at it. I'm telling you, the blueprint is there for all of the royals to do, especially Kate. You know, learn from Princess Diana. Take a, you know, instead of copying Meghan's clothes, copy her initiative, things she's been doing. Okay, you already know you're a copier, so might as well copy the good things, not just her clothes, her work ethic. Do that to help other people. My goodness. Remember Meghan's comment, I was nowhere but everywhere. All right, let me move on to the next tweet. I have so much to share with you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to create another video because this is my 4th one and I have so much more to share. Okay, there's V. I love that Andrew, Kate, and Willy are setting fire to the monarchy and the Queen is still alive to see it. Okay, I just commented on a tweet saying the Queen is still alive. What are their master plan? That's their bubble? Oh well. Alright, there's this here. Just glad my faves are peaceful under the tree on their beautiful estate in Montecito, Santa Barbara, with their there's a little bed, Archie, there's the dogs and the chickens and all of that. And cannot be reasonable blame for any of this. Thought they'll surely try, lay low until Invictus. Meghan, nothing to see out here. Oh, I never seen this. He's doing a cookout. Okay, but the queen herself is a participant because she parade her sexual predator son anytime she has a chance to. I think she low-key wants the institution destroyed, and she wants to be the last reign monarchy. Okay, oh, I know she's the worst offender behind Andrew. Yep. Okay, we're watching the monarchy self-destruct. I mean, we saw this miles away. Okay, the fact that she had to witness Caribbean island tell her grandson and Middleton to get lost was my prayer's answer. I hope the sermon and the psalm come out to whilst she's here being walked by her pedo beloved. Yeah, and the thing is that as much as I want the Caribbean, to get good deal with the United States, at the same time, they need to be very, very careful, because once they have a different administration, okay, we have a perfect example, Trump administration, how he can easily, mess up any deal. Okay, look how the agreement the US had with European Union, was it something Accord and all of this. You could see how he could easily mess everything up. So as you make deal with this current administration, is to create a buffer. Okay, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Be ready, because if administration change, because they're trying really hard, we may not see it, I don't talk about it, but they're really trying extra hard to change administration, to put their BS in, because majority of them are in deep shit. So they want their people to to pardon them. Okay, so they're really trying to get a different administration here. So all the Caribbean, when you're making deal, I mean, it's a giving. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If things go wrong, you have something else to fall back on. So don't trust the US fully. Right now, you could trust the administration we have now. But if things change, they easily backstab you. Okay, especially you're a black Commonwealth country. Okay, I've said this. Look at Haiti. Haiti is a perfect example. How they do Haiti so wrong since their independence. Okay, the Queen's not doing a bad job herself with putting Andrew front and center for everyone to see. They are all doing a pretty good job. Yeah, and the thing is with the Queen parading Andrew at the Prince Philip Memorial is to ease the people of seeing Andrew. Okay, she's forgiving him, therefore you must forgive him. I went on a long rant on one of my videos yesterday about that. I just go back to that. I don't know, maybe the people might eat it up while they they go into all of their financial mess.
Look at the fact that just on energy alone, on a conservative estimate within 1 year, we're talking £1,300 a year going up in bills. We're going to have about 10 million people in fuel poverty. We have a real absolute, not relative, poverty issue going to come in the UK, with food banks oversubscribed, with debt crisis agencies do not have any tools. And I need to say, with the Chancellor coming on in a moment, if you forgive me, as the money-saving expert who's been known for this, I am virtually out of tools to I am virtually out of tools to help people now. It's not something money management can fix. It's not something for those on the lowest incomes telling them to cut their belts will work. We need political intervention. Okay, not just them three, Charles, Camilla, and Queen Elizabeth herself. Philip did his fair bit too. When he left her undignified, a good day when the Sussexes left. Yep. Okay, the Queen may not know what is going on. Nah, she has to know. Then she's not the Queen then. If she doesn't know what's going on, she doesn't deserve to be at that position. She knows, and if she doesn't, this is a payback for all the dirt she did when she was fully aware. And that's a good one. Okay, when the Queen of England, the head of the church, announced that she wanted Camilla Parker Bowles, mistress to the Prince of Wales during his marriage to Diana, Princess of Wales, to be titled Queen of England, she laid the firewood. Yep. I mean, this was about to come. I don't know. Too many people are upset about that. They're not keeping any, they're not gonna shut their mouth anymore. So they're letting everything out. Oh boy, this is gonna be good, I can tell. That has been my prayer. I want her to see it fall.
sensing the entire Commonwealth nation are in agreement. It's glorious and a wake-up call for the UK citizen also. Cheers. I don't know when they're gonna see, because with the government that they have is allowing this to continue. Okay, don't forget Charles and his mistress. Those two are hidden figures. Oh, they're right front and center. Okay, her karma will follow her to the end. Okay, amen, hallelujah, thank God. All right, so there's more. The squad are in agreement. Let's do another one. Let's see here. Okay, the quote Cambridge's way, and quote literally nothing new other than Kate to go on a solo tour. That's it. Still not focusing on homeless kid epidemic in England, violence against women, LGBTQ, literally exactly same as Charles. I mean, at least be creative if you're gonna lie. Okay, let's see here. William to reinvent Prince of Wales role and dramatic shift from father. Hey, like I said, Charles trained him well. Charles trained him well. Okay, the Prince of Wales lead his son Prince William to the cenotaph during the National Service of Remembrance. Okay, that's the picture from Getty. Prince William is planning to reinvent the role of the Prince of Wales in a dramatic departure from his father, according to report. The Duke of Cambridge, who will inherit the title when Prince Charles becomes king, plans to focus. Okay, so that was that. Plan to focus. Poor Willy, so desperate to be somebody. He have a long way to go. Will Wales want this foot and mouth them with to be their prince? Okay, doing things your own way is okay when you're not the mixed race couple. Will they be accused of being woke for trying to change things? Okay, yeah, people were so mad at Meghan saying she wasn't doing the royal way of things. They better be mad at a guy who grew up with those rules now trying to change tradition. They won't change anything. No way Katie will go on a solo tour. She struggled with the last one she did. They will do even less work than they do now. I mean, they wanted the spotlight. Hey, they're gonna have to show if they wanna do money. I mean, if they wanna get the taxpayers. The bar they have for Katie's success is extremely low, as long as she wears a nice outfit. She has succeeded according to them. She doesn't have to think, say anything, or do anything meaningful. She is a cloth hanger, period. What did I say? There was one video when there was something that I was doing, and I remember going to a museum in was it Jamestown or something like that? It's in Virginia. And then one of the things that they say is that women do not work. Is it one of them? Is it ladies don't work, women do? And that reminds me of, automatically, when I remember of this, I literally went and searched my family videos to look for it. And I saw it. And I shared that video with you guys. So they train, okay, the Middleton train Kate to be who she is right now. Okay, this is exactly the firm was looking for. There's nothing wrong with her right now. Okay, but the kind of modern lifestyle that people were looking for is pretty much who Meghan is, to be hands-on kind of thing, be productive and this kind of thing. But the type of person Kate is from the back then, okay, 1800s or something like that. But in the 21st century, no, she's not that type. It's more of a Meghan. Kate is more back then in the 1800s.
Wishes to play the organ. She's not expected to operate that pedal herself. It can be moved to the side and staff to do that work for them. The ladies don't work. That is distinctive of ladies versus women. Ladies do not work. Women do.
No, this is the way they train their people. Their ladies supposed to be. So this is exactly what the firm was looking for, but it's not in the current time. Okay, it'll be funny if Charles decided not to give William the title. Okay, oh, don't give him ideas. Huh, you never know. What did I say? There's one video that I said, I don't even think, this is just my humble opinion. I don't have clues or anything like that. I won't be surprised if Charles become king. Next thing you know, Camilla's son is probably Charles, and they do some freaking blood test and they find out he's the next heir apparent. future. It could easily go to Camilla's son. Okay, so right now they're making what's his name, William, take all the blame, all those nonsense, and then you're gonna have someone who's completely different, who's not even, people are not aware of, who's doing his thing in the background, and next thing you know, they transfer it to Camilla's son. It's not, remember, Charles never had any feeling for Princess Diana, so which means any kids he produced with Princess Diana, there's no feeling there. There is absolutely no feeling there. It was just for the firm. The firm wants something, here, I'll be more than happy to make my private happy for a few minutes. I'm not saying it, you could read between the lines, for a few minutes to give you the air that you want, but technically his heart and soul is with Camilla. So any kids, there's a possibility the kids, he loved Camilla's kids more than his own. All right, that's my thing here. So you never know, Camilla's son might be the next one. Let me go to the next one, and after that I'm gonna create a different video because I'm already 1 hour here. There's probably things when I'm editing I'm gonna cut. All right, next tweet. Desperate to get them to the UK, so they claim they are losing royal magic, yet scared William, Kate are copying Harry and Meghan, lead to stay relevant to the next generation. So who is really losing royal magic? All right, let's see here. This is what I was just saying a few minutes ago. Kate is more to the 1800 type of people. All right, Meghan is more to the now. All right, so let's see here. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry losing royal magic by staying away from UK. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, okay, repeating, by staying away from Britain, marketing expert has said. I mean, if you don't have a mind of your own, you will think so. So this is how they play the mind Jedi on people. Putting their prestige, thinking being a royal is more like the prestige. This is, they don't know any different. The blueprint that they've been going on at for centuries, they're still playing it. They don't know any different. They don't know how to adjust. Okay, the royal and the British press, they do not know how to adjust. So they're still going at it. Okay, that was Sunday the 3rd. That was yesterday. Okay, let's see here. Scared Kate and William jump on bandwagon after Meghan and Harry set media trend. Kate, Duchess of Cambridge, and Prince William have jumped the bandwagon to copy Prince Harry and Meghan Markle after they set a new royal trend of using social media, an expert has said. When was that? That was April 2nd, 2022. Oh my God. This is one day before that one. Was it Katie? Okay, I thought it was the same person. All right, so April 2nd they wrote this, that they're copying Meghan, and then the next day they they went completely opposite. Oh my goodness, these people. Okay, popular culture expert Nick Ed to Express UK that he has been a major change in the way that Kate and William use social media over the last 4 years, but he said the main change has occurred, quote, since Harry and Meghan started to use social media in a really strong way, end quote. But when was this written? Was this within one of those things? Because Harry and Meghan are not on social media. They have their website, that's it. And I think the reason why they have their website, I think when they were leaving, one of the agreement that they have with the palace was to not go on social media. Because remember, when they were on IG, they set a record, people, the following. And then this is when some freaking competition or who have more followers. Okay, they were buying bots to have more followers. And then I think, because they couldn't win no matter what they did, they spent money and all of that, they couldn't win that battle because more people was more than willing to join Harry and Meghan's team. I never subscribed to them. I never subscribed to the Kate and William IG account, but people like me more than happy willing to follow them. So the numbers were going, they weren't able to compete with them, even though they were buying bots to compete with Harry and Meghan. So they had to give a concession. As they were leaving, Harry and Meghan, they probably told them, this is my humble opinion, do not go on social media. I think that's what it was. That was their agreement. And then Harry was like, fine. It wasn't anything. It was just to keep in touch with our followers and stuff like that, with the charities that they were helping. But since you want to be like that, that's fine. We could create a website, and then this is how people get their information. And I think that's even better. All right. If they go on social media, they'll crash that social media thing. All right, let's read here. That came to mind about the buying bots to compete, and then they had to go create their own website. That's what came to mind as I was reading this. Okay, but he said the main change has occurred, quote, since Harry and Meghan started to use social media in a really strong way, and quote, for the royals, he said, social media is a method of, quote, giving people an insight into their lives in a very controlled way. Yeah, that's exactly that. And then for William and Kate and the others, they wanted to give those type of access to the British press, this kind of thing, on the exclusive. When Harry and Meghan came and said, nah, we could do this our own. We don't need to that unethical kind of behavior to get positive coverage. I have to give you the scoop. You know, get it straight out from me. Let the people know about that. Okay, if the stink of Andrew alleged sexual assault of a minor, the degradation of Charles cash for honor charge, and the Andrew outright fraud involving embezzlement of £1 million is considered royal magic, Harry and Meghan are well rid of it. Okay, it's the fact that they are competing with Harry and Meghan, who have no social media. This is what I was saying, who have only had a handful appearance, yet they are still failing spectacularly. Okay, they keep saying Harry and Meghan need the royal to survive, yet Harry and Meghan stay away for 2 years, save for 2 visits by Harry. Harry and Meghan remain successful despite staying away, which is killing them. British media, British royal family, royal rat, trolls is the royal magic. Harry and Meghan losing the same that William and Kate exhibit in the Caribbean. That's the laugh. The irony is that, quote, 1, none of the biggest stars in the world live in the UK. 2, the fact that they are still talking about them constantly mean they have lost nothing. Correct. Yep. Okay, and this week episode of Let's Throw Many Lies about the Sussexes out there and our desperate attempt to get clicks and see which one will stick. Yep, that's that. Okay, then they say Meghan isn't royal, so how is she losing what she never was? That's the squad. That is true. I mean, okay, as Tina will say, make it make sense. Okay, that's a different language. Okay, the royal family is losing its royal magic without Harry. Other than him, the world never gave a shit about that institution. Okay, it's as if they care. Okay, they're not losing it. They lost it a long ago. Sorry, sugar. What the hell? What? Harry and Meghan is not losing a damn thing. Okay, did you read the article counting down the days in which Meghan has not been seen or heard from, or the ones about her lawn, not being at the Super Bowl, her kids' education, her podcast, her everything? Now tell me whose star is diminishing? Not Meghan's, William and Jessica. All right, so let's do a prayer. Let's do here prayer. What should we pray for? Prayer for protection. Let's see what popped up here. For healing, strength, justice. Should we say justice? Yeah, let's say justice. All right, let's say justice. For, you know, if those York sisters, I don't usually do that, but I really think, in my humble opinion, they are casualty of their parents. They are scapegoat. The parents are using them for their scapegoat. You know, Eugenie and what's the other one? Eugenie and what's the other sister name? Okay, the other sister, the York sisters. Okay, I actually believe they're using them for their scapegoat. So the same way that I used to pray when Virginia Giuffre was calling Andrew to court, and you'll send out a prayer for justice and all of that. All right, let justice reign. If they are innocent, let them be proved innocent. All right, so this is a prayer for justice. All right, keep us, Father, from trying to take matters into our own hands, for vengeance is yours and you will repay. But Lord, in your grace and mercy, we pray that you will give justice and peace to all those that have been cruelly and unfairly treated by their fellow men amid injustice and carelessness that they have had to. All right, let's pick a image. Which one? Let's do this. All right, dear God, in our flesh we desire justice. We want people to reconcile for the wrong they have done, and we want them to learn from the hurt that they have caused. And yet you give us grace. When we deserve justice, you pardon us and forgive us of our trespasses. You give us mercy. I pray that we can extend that same gift of grace to others that we love, even if it means they never receive justice. Help our flesh understand and accept the power of grace. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, so not just the York sisters to get the justice if they are innocent, but any other person who's being wrongfully accused of some nonsense. All right, but and I hope they open their eyes and do not backstab Meghan, because if they do, that same prayer is gonna come out. That same prayer is gonna come out. All right, so I hope they pick a lane and stay true to themselves and do the right thing. All right, you go after Meghan. I'm gonna send my prayers. Okay, I'm gonna send my prayers. But right now, I truly feel your parents are using you. So you do some shitty stuff, hey, you're gonna get what's coming to you. But if you are innocent, let justice serve whoever is guilty. All right, let me go back to this. Let's refresh. All right, $330.81, 1768. Let's see, refresh. Okay, same thing. Now I need to start showing you this as well. 330. Okay, same thing. So they all match now. All right, they all match. I'm wondering if now that I'm showing this, now they're making those things match. Before I wasn't showing my analytic, but now that I start showing it, they're matching. Okay, I'm wondering if, okay, I don't know, but I know someone was playing with the numbers. But anyway, that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. You could donate. And that's it. I'm gonna do another video because I have more tweets to share with you, because I'm more than an hour. All right, see you in the next video.